the Garmin HRM Dual. Hi everybody, I'm Yair and welcome to my channel. This channel is all about my personal fitness journey and the tech that I use in this journey. This is probably the simplest offering of a chest strap by Garmin. The Dual stands for that it can transmit both Bluetooth and N+ concurrently. Why is it good? For instance, if you want to use your phone to record via Strava and you also want to transmit to your watch, if it does support N+, you can do it concurrently. If you want to buy it directly from Garmin, the price for this one is $69.99 US. It's a bit pricey for this simplistic chest strap, but I found it in Amazon. It was much cheaper. It was around $50 or even less. So please check it out on Amazon as well. So why do you even need a chest strap? Most smartwatches and fitness watches today have optical heart rate and they are quite accurate. But if you want to get the most accurate data that you can find, a chest strap usually is the way to go. But does the Garmin HRM Dual delivers? We'll find out. First of all, in this package, the only thing you get is the chest strap and also the unit itself. The unit itself contains the battery. And as you can see here, the battery lasts up to 3.5 years by a usage of 1 hour of a sport activity per day. So it should last a long time. If you need to change the battery, you have 4 screws here and you need to take them out and remove the battery and replace it with a new one. Also, it has 1 ATM rating for water, but we'll talk about swimming and water in a bit. And also it weighs 54.4 grams. So that's it with the details. You can see in the packaging that it also measures the heart rate. It's compatible with different apps and also for smart treadmill compatible and smart trainers. So the only thing you need to do in order to use it is just to plug it here. It should be automatically recognized by your phone or watch, and that's it. Also, you want to get it a little bit wet here on the connectors. This way it would transmit the heart rate more accurately. So before you're heading to your next run or ride, just add a little bit of water here. You need to wear the chest strap here, just above your rib cage, here in the middle of the chest, and you're all set to go. So it's fairly simple product. You don't need to do anything special about it. The pairing process is fairly simple, but you should take into consideration that whenever you want to pair this one, you should get it a little bit wet and you should wear it before you try to pair it. Otherwise, your smartwatch or phone won't be able to recognize it. Also, you need to know that it just broadcasts the data. The unit doesn't have any internal memory. That's why it's not recommended for swimming, even though it's waterproof, because it doesn't have any memory, and also because Bluetooth and N+ doesn't transmit well over water, so it's a problem to swim with that. So if you want something dedicated for swimming, you need something with internal memory. I performed several tests of running, cycling and strength training of the HRM Dual as compared to the Polar Verity Sense and my Apple Watch. Let's find out the results. First, let's look at some cycling data. So here you can see that my Chorus Pace 2 was connected to the Garmin HRM Dual heart rate and to the Polar Verity Sense. In the beginning of the ride, you can see that the Polar Verity Sense was struggling a little bit to get the accurate heart rate, but after a little while, let's say after about 2 minutes, it delivered the same results. And also you can see that during the entire ride, both of them were almost the same, and also the Apple Watch Series 5, which usually considered to be a very accurate device, also delivered the same result. So for cycling, you can see that the Garmin HRM Dual delivered really nice and accurate results. Let's find out what's going on with running. So here is a run that I've completed just after riding my bike. And you can see that the graph of the Verity Sense and the HRM Dual is almost identical. The max heart rate is the same and also the average. So there weren't any differences here. What about strength training? Let's check it out. Okay, so we have 3 devices here. We have the Apple Watch Series 5 and the HRM Dual and the Polar Verity Sense. You can see that in like here there is a peak, they both deliver the same one, but if I remove the polarity sense, you can see that usually the Apple Watch was more closer to the Garmin HRM Dual than the polarity sense, because you can see the red lines here. Most of those peaks, they are aligned, but they are not perfect. And I did find the Apple Watch more closer to the HRM Dual, which is very good also for the Apple Watch. Let's check out another strength training session. Here I just compared the two, and beside this strange peak of the polarity sense, you can see that most of the graph looks almost identical. Usually you can see that the Garmin HRM Dual is catching up faster when I'm performing a high intensity set than the polarity sense, which is logical because the polarity sense is an optical heart rate. Let's look at another cycling session. Here I did a mixture of a road and mountain biking. And if you look at the two graphs, they look identical. The polarity sense and the Garmin HRM Dual is identical. There is a slight difference in the average because I started recording with the Verity Sense before, and also I finished after my training session. Another thing to notice is you can see that the Chorus Verity Sense took a while in the beginning of the workout to catch up to be the same. So if you want like fast and accurate result, you can see that the HRM Dual is faster in delivering the result. By the way, it's reading Chorus Pace too, but it was connected to the HRM Dual. And lastly, let's look at another running session that was performed right after the ride. And again, you can see that the graph is almost identical. Okay, to sum it up, the HRM Dual delivers a reliable heart rate monitoring, even if you compare it to stuff like the polarity sense, which is more expensive than this one. So if you just want a chest rep that delivers accurate heart rate result, doesn't have any complications, and is very straightforward, the HRM Dual is a very nice choice. Some people would complain that the chest rep is not comfortable for them, and I'm also in this group of people. I do believe that using hand strap like the Chorus Verity Sense is a little bit more comfortable. Besides that, it's a very nice choice. It's Garmin, it's durable, and it delivers accurate results, even though it's a bit pricey. So check out for those sales in Amazon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing it when videos like this and more how-tos and guides will be released soon. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Bye.